Here's James in Bristol. James, welcome to the show.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
You're right.
I'm fine.
Is that right that Hoffa's daughter gave all her money to the Hare Krishna?
Well, that's what somebody said.
Do you think you'd be incensed?
I don't know. Jimmy Hoffa was a very complex character. It's not actually entirely true that he was only a crook. He was actually one hell of a good union leader.
Well, he had friends in the mafia, didn't he?
Well, he had to deal with the mafia, of course, as a labour leader in working in industries like the longshore workers, like trucking, like construction. The mob was involved in these industries, and still is.
Well, many years ago, I used to live in Reading, and do you remember a chap called Malcolm X?
Indeed I do.
Well, he came here over once to do a sort of lecture thing, I think, and I was speaking to him about Hoffa, and he said he was a mafia man.
Well, that's certainly the...
He said it in a very nasty way. He used the word F in most of them. And at the time, I didn't know who he was, but when I looked him up, I found out who he was. He was one of the very top union men, wasn't he?
He was the leader of the Teamsters, which was then, and still is, largely as a result of his period in office, actually, the highest paid workers in America.
All right.
And the strongest union. Nobody would sack a Teamster.
No. Now, the reason I found that tonight was just, I wanted to put something to you if I could.
Yeah.
We've got all these problems with the BNP and people in this country, and we've got unrest and all that with people from foreign countries coming here. If I was a policeman, and I was white, and I applied to join the Black Policeman Association, do you think I'd get in?
No, you wouldn't, actually, because you're not black, I presume.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I started an organisation, just say called the White Man's Organisation, and a black man applied to go into the White Man's Organisation, and I refused him, would I be wrong?
Yes, you would be wrong for setting up a white man's organisation.
That's what you're right. I'm with you now.
Yeah, no, I'm going to explain. No, I'm going to explain to you, James, and then I'll let you respond.
Yeah.
You see, 95% of the people in this country are white. There's there's a small number of minority ethnic communities who are, for example, in the police, institutionally discriminated against. So that's why they form organizations called black police officers, so that they can combat the institutional racism and discrimination against them. Now, don't take my word for that, James.
No.
You've got the Macpherson inquiry into the police force, which was a very high establishment. He was a very high establishment figure, not a left-wing agitator. He concluded that the Metropolitan Police was institutionally racist. That's why you've got a Black Police Officers Association. White people don't suffer racism and discrimination in Britain because they are the vast majority of people in Britain.
But you can see why I asked the question, can't you?
Oh no, I think you asked the question because you're thick. Sharis in Ladbroke Grove, he's up next after this.